How did you get the name Swamp Izzo?
Snoop Dogg had a show called For Shizzle Tizzle TV. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. He pressed up some business cards, 1,000 business cards, and gave them to everybody and called me Swamp Izzo.
Okay.
I was just Swamp, but he called it Swamp Izzo, and I do funerals, bar mitzvahs, and stuff like that as a joke. And everybody was in the hood was calling me Swamp Izzo. And I was like, man.
Now, there you go.
I couldn't do nothing else. It was
Uncle Snoop.
Yeah, facts. All right, so we've been talking about your history,
Yes.
right? World-renowned DJ, internationally known mixtape legend.
Almost.
Stop it, bro.
Almost.
Let's see. Veteran at the Flame.
Yes.
Platinum plaques on the wall.
Yes.
All that good jazz,
Yes.
right? You are responsible for pretty much every sound that you've heard in the last 10 years.
I want to take credit for a lot of sounds. I want to take credit.
A lot of sounds. We're going to give you your flowers here, man. A lot of sounds you've done here, and we appreciate you for all that you've done. You're the reason why I'm even a good DJ. Thank you, Swamp. We know you're also close with the whole YSL thing.
Yes.
You helped launch their careers, man. And we know what's going on with them and the case and stuff like that. I just want to know how you feel about everything going on, because I know you're close to them and stuff like that. Like, what's your take, if you have one?
I think it's going to be a crazy turnout. I think it's going to be something that you're going to see in a movie. Because every day you're seeing something on the internet. So I'm sitting back watching it like y'all, man.
Yeah, man. Well, free the guys.
Yeah, free the guys.
Free the guys, man.
All right, so Swamp.
Yes.
Let's get into some I like to do this thing when I talk to people called top 5.
Top 5, okay.
Right? All right. You're a DJ.
Yes.
So let's go. I want you to name your top 5 DJs of all time. I'm pretty sure I've asked you this before, but we're gonna do it again.
All time, as of today, as I feel today, top 5 DJs. Number 1, DJ Scream.
Okay.
Number 2, Kid Capri.
Mm-hmm.
3, Drama. Gotta give Drama. 4, rest in peace, K Slay.
The
Drama King.
And 5, man, 5. Who could I give, man?
So
It's okay if you want. It's okay.
I
if you
don't
want
know, man. DJ, shout out to DJ Fahrenheit, man. I gotta give DJ Fahrenheit, man. If you don't know who that is, that's that Jeezy era, man.
Yeah.
He was Jeezy's DJ for a long time. Salute to him.
Yeah, facts.
I remember watching him go crazy. I want to go 6 because I can't.
Go ahead. It's okay.
I can't forget DJ Nabs.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
DJ Nabs. My God.
All right, so I got 2 more questions. I promise I'm gonna give it to Austin because I know he got mad.
Okay.
No, you
questions to get
cool.
off.
Keep
All right.
pretending like you care.
All right. Shut up. All right. So one question is, how did you get your style of DJing? Because Swamp taught me, right, that
Kid Capri, my style was stolen. I admit it.
Okay.
I have stolen, not borrowed. I took it, manifested, slept on it, listened to 8,000 tapes when he was starting. I was selling for $50 a tape.
Mm-hmm.
I was manifesting them, and every word he said I used. So I could just kind of find my own words.
Mm-hmm.
True story.
I remember I was sitting there. This is when I first got some equipment, and I first got here. This is 2019.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the DJ booth. Swamp is in there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Swamp, how do you like do this? Like, and I bring up Kid Capri. I'm like, Kid Capri, he be scratching. He was like, yo, X, you don't even have to do all that, bro.
Yeah.
You just got to know the music. If you know the music, put this joint on sync.
Yeah.
It'll do it for you. That's the thing. He literally waved his hand like he said, it'll do it for you. And I said, what? And I did exactly what Swamp said. I knew the music, and I've been rocking ever since. So thanks, Swamp. All right, so Swamp, again, you're responsible for the reason why we have music today. I want you to name as many songs as you possibly can that you are responsible for that people would know about.
Wow. Songs or people?
That's
drop your nuts. I mean, he just dropped it on them. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'll say people. So
Okay.
so I want to, for people who don't know who I am.
Right.
I am the founder, I don't want to say I broke the record because that don't make sense when I created it. Young Scooter.
Okay.
When you hear that, you hear Swamp Izzo. I created the whole thing.
I need you to rap again, Scooter.
Young Thug. He's on the way. Album on the way. We just dropped a new single Friday. Young Thug. When you think of Young Thug, think of Young Scooter. Let's just go bigger. When you think of the new Cash Money, when you think of Rich Gang, when you think of Rich Homie Quan, when you think of Rich Homie Quan, always think of Swamp Izzo. He'll tell you this story, Swamp Izzo. When you think of Rich Kids, if you go all the way back, do your research, that was Swamp Izzo. When you think of just the Fabo, the whole touring around the world.
You been what's up?
That's Swamp Izzo.
I just heard it in my head. Like,
that's Swamp. You heard my drop. You heard my tag. I made sure my tags was there. Shout out to Obama. When you see me around the world, when you think of a DJ that's been in Iraq, Baghdad, when you think of the whole slogan, I came from nothing, I try to live up to that brand. I try to live up to that name.
My man just said that he was on tour
True fact.
with
2009.
Obama.
That's crazy,
Yo, when he told me that, I said, what?
South Asia tour.
How did Obama and them pick you for that?
I don't want to tell a real secret, but one guy didn't want to fly, and I was next. One guy didn't want to fly. At that time, he didn't want to fly.
Hey, man.
And they said, who else could we get
To rock.
And I was on a plane by 8.
I was this, and I was on a 20-hour plane, 22-hour flight. We stopped in Kuwait first. First time ever been to Kuwait, and we traveled the world.
Yo, so when you talk about like getting here and you know what I'm saying, you walked us through like why you came here. You know what I'm saying? You let us know what it was like getting in your first club here, your homie helping you get on and stuff like that. When did you figure out that you could break the next song without being in the club?
When I figured out how to get the artist. When I figured out you had to just believe in somebody dreaming like somebody believed in me. That was the secret to my success. I'm going to give it away.
Okay.
It wasn't me going and saying, oh, yeah, in the studio, he's hardcore. I like that. No, I said, you rap, let me hear it. I believe in you.
Wow.
Period.
Wow, bro, that's deep because my homie's a producer and we'll sit and I'll be like, yo, was the engineer life or working at a studio, you always there, there's different artists that come through. I'll be like, yo, was he hard? He'll be like, yeah, he was hard. Was he hard? Yeah, he was hard. Was he hard? Yeah, he was hard. I was like, bro, all these, bro, first of all, everybody can't be hard.
Yes,
like,
they can.
If they on my song, they hard.
Yeah, yes, everybody can. It's a market for everybody. That's where the people are. The rappers are creating. They're trying to create a little small area in the world. Right. And the world is like this. So when I'm creating with these artists, I'm just telling them, just because they don't like you on Bankhead, Candler Road is going crazy, I heard.
They loving it.
Yeah.
When did you... like you mentioned Quan, right? Like I was in high school. I went to Langston Hughes. So I don't know if you know his brother, Coach Monte. You know what I'm saying? Monte had the whole school wearing Rich Homie's gear. We felt like Rich Homie was ours. Like when I heard other people listening to my type of way, I got mad. I was like, yo, now everybody listening to Quan. We've been listening to Quan. Like when did y'all figure out that if you got the high schoolers to champion your music, they gonna put it everywhere? They gonna play it at every party.
They wasn't letting us nowhere else.
It's a fact.
Everywhere else you had to pay.
Fact.
Kids was like, give it to me.
What did live mixtapes do for y'all?
Live mixtape changed the game because they gave us a place to put our product. When we just was doing it street to street, in the gas station, start price gouging from us selling our music, trying to find places to put it. We only, all right, for Young Scooter's first mixtape, it was only Atlanta, South Carolina, New York thing, because that was my only markets that I could go give you a mixtape.
Okay.
Live mixtape actually gave us the world.
Really?
So we uploaded it there, and it was just a click of a button. Thank God for the internet.
We got to go to break, but I want to get into what that live mixtapes era, Spin Rilla era, what am I thinking of? Dat Piff.
Yes.
I want to talk about what that did for the ecosystem of Atlanta music, because I feel like it was like...
For a lot of...
I feel like it was a every week thing. I found somebody new. I tell people like when they talk about ASAP, like, yo, I remember ASAP was just a dude on the screen of Dat Piff, and we just tried his music and was like, yo, this song is hard. Yeah. I remember Chance the Rapper, Acid Rap coming out being like, yo, this dude is hard. Yeah. And it was just trying music. I even listened to John Connor. You remember John Connor?
Of course.
Signed to Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre, that was wrong. But you know what I'm saying? Like because I like John Connor, but I never got an album. He put out that whatever that tape was, and I never got an album from it. But like that era of music, I feel like for me, maybe it was because that was the era I grew up in. that was the purest form. Like I wasn't looking just for the hit. I would listen to people I had never heard of.
Yeah, that was the exciting
just to
part.
hear,
yes.
Just to see, yo, is this dude hard or this dude on the Technics tape? Yo, this dude got this dude on the same type of Sexy Girl anthem. Let me see if this dude hard.
Yeah, remember those?
Like that was.
We bringing that back though. Keep that same energy.
But we are back. News and Talk 1380. Yeah, okay. Yo, he's shaking his head like, nah, you gonna get the 20. Yo, News and Talk 1380 WAOK. We back. Awesome McCall, Awesome Malik. I'm here with
Iamxavierbrandon.
And we still got special guests in the building.
DJ Swamp. Izzo.
You know who it is?
It's movie time.
Yes.
Where did you come up with that?
Movie. I honestly tell you the truth. I needed a slogan. And I just took this clip from a movie, Training Day, and I just kept using that at the Flame. And I was like, yo, it's the movie.
And how did you get it? How did you get in with the Flame? Like, I see a lot of DJs, and we know the strip club, and maybe you can talk about how important the strip club culture is
Real
to breaking
important.
a record. You know what I'm saying?
Really important.
But how did you even get tapped into the club scene, like the strip club scene, like that?
I was right up the street from the Flame. I wasn't even a strip club person. Just how I was raised, I just never enjoyed it, but I just never went.
Yeah.
For no type
It's
of
like, what's the point of
I was just into the clubs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was into the Crucial. I'm in Crucial. And then Pool Palace. I'm in there. But
First club I snuck into.
I was in Crucial too.
Shout out to Marco Diamond. He called me for one night on a Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know nothing about it. I went in there and there was a bunch of people in there naked dancing and they want to hear music.
Right. So you just rocked out.
And he was like, just do it for one night. And I just did what I did. And it was like, can you do the whole week?
And now you locked in. Well, you basically got a residency.
You got a residency.
I started doing the whole week. Yeah.
But before we went to break, we was talking about the mixtape apps of the early 2000s.
Yep.
And really, you know what I'm saying? Just take it out of Atlanta for a second. That era of music, you know what I'm saying? Well, we got Take Care around that time.
Yeah.
We got Good Kid, Mad City around that time. J. Cole was dropping. But then the underneath, which is why this is kind of how I rank my artists. Because, if you want to be technical, Drake might be one of my favorite artists or, you know what I'm saying, one or two like on the list because technically he has to be. But then when you get down to
is it because you hear him more?
It's because because you hear more of his music and you like. He's a bigger artist, so the production may be better on his music. It may be engineered a little bit better. It may sound crisper. You can hear the money in the music. Basically,
shout to Cash Money.
Shout to Cash Money. You can hear it in the music, like, oh, okay, they really doing this. But then when we get in the car, the early 2010s was a different time. Your song didn't even have to really be mixed, and we would bump it. You can make your song on the computer with 4 friends and upload it. Shout out to London on the track, and we will spin it. Yeah. DC Young Fly, we will spin it. We was listening to R.I.P. Richie when I was in middle school.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? These mixtape apps like
live mixtapes,
live mixtapes. You know what I'm saying?
Spinrilla
came later, but let's focus on those two. What did that do for DJing in Atlanta and breaking artists in the city? Because I know that it went from having to listen to the radio to download this. Get this ringtone.
Yeah. Well, the radio was still always the biggest impact. Live mixtape gave us a place where we can put a bunch of music. So I can upload this whole mixtape I've been working on and give it to the world. And I can put it next to Rich Homie Quan's or Young Thug's news tape. I can compare it. Like, you know what I mean? Then Live Mixtape figured out and they made the indie side. But in the beginning, you could put your mixtape, your quality work, less quality work next to some real good work.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a selling point. Like, do you want to be where everybody else is? And then it only had the best of the best DJs.
Right.
In the beginning. So it was we had Hood Rich, you know what I mean, that was doing mixtapes. Then you had some guys out of Dallas that was doing mixtapes crazy. It was just a southern thing. Live mixtape, if you remember, it was a southern thing. That Piff was a northern.
Yeah. Yeah, so here's a question. I asked you before.
So 50 Cent was going crazy.
Oh, yeah, the G-Unit tapes is legendary. The
G-Unit was that Piff.
Yeah.
Shout out to who?
But that's
when Fab was dropping the soul tapes,
well, that was
when Cole dropped
that was that Piff.
Cole dropped the warm up when So Far Gone
Truly
dropped.
Yours.
All those.
Come on,
it was out of control. But let's talk about you in the Flame.
Yeah.
You got a residency.
Yes.
How important is strip club culture to breaking or breaking the artists and stuff like that? Like, because you're in there all the time, so you know like what records work, and what records don't. You know what I'm saying? And if we talked about P Valley earlier, and they have a little a scene where shout out to my man Showtime Brando. He's DJ. Dang, I forgot his character's name, but he's a DJ in there, and they be trying to break records in for the girls to dance to and stuff like that. Like, how pivotal is your role in that and making and breaking an artist in the club?
It's so dope because a lot of the women travel around the world. That's the key element of it. So if I'm trying to break a record, I got at least 100 women that's gonna be dancing at 19 clubs in the next 2 weeks. It's kind of like the best way to do it. So and you know, of course, the men follow the women.
Of course.
So it's like I get to try this song out in front of all these beautiful women.
So when you're in the studio though, do you think about, okay,
you don't have to no more. That used to be the way. That was the old. I don't want to say old Atlanta, but that was the old way. But
that's what we had up on the other. From what I understand, that's what we had up because of how our strip clubs are. The rules are there. You get more people that stay there longer. They really, really into it. Yeah. And like eventually that music gonna break through. That's the snap era music. The crunk era music. When I came, I started playing like regular music. I'm a club DJ. Yeah. So I never changed the aspect of it. I'm not a strip club DJ.
Right.
I'm a club DJ. If you come to the Flame,
I know.
It's going to be a club.
I know.
It's going to be a club. I'm not going to be in there, you ain't got no one. No.
Right.
I'm in there partying.
Yeah.
We're going to party. Like, you're going to see people partying. You're going to see the dancers, the entertainers.
So going back to what you were saying about the mixtape era, what was it like? What I used to always wonder was how you guys was making bread. Like, coming off, like.
At the beginning, we wasn't.
Really? So it was just all passion?
Live mixtape helped us make more money. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because we was just, if we was going to, like anything, you sell it to the streets first. Right. Yo, I got this new mixtape. Give me $1, $2, whatever. And then we can wholesale it. We can give it to somebody else that's going to keep making bundles of it and selling it. You know what I mean? That was the next era. And then live mixtape just helped us get into the in the professional world of it.
So when do you feel, what year do you feel like, of course people define their breaks differently.
2014, 2015, Rich Gang.
Rich Gang. So what, being on the tour and everything? Or
no, I thought you was talking about from when I seen the money.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So just that. Okay.
Dropping that project, the Rich Gang, that was
my
project. First. That was like my first #1 record, Lifestyle. That by was me putting it together. 2 guys I work with. Birdman already heard about it, but I'm like, yo, Quan, get on this song. The song was already done. If you listen to Lifestyle, Quan raps. The song was already 3-4 minutes long. Quan just ends up on the end of it.
Yeah. All right. So talk about that. So talk about, okay, you had this idea for Lifestyle, or I don't even know how you do it. Like tell us from beginning to end. Yeah, how do we get Lifestyle to be on this Rich Gang compilation and it blows up?
Birdman tested me. He gave me like 4 or 5 records, and then he was like, "I'm going to the club." They came back like 5, and I was like,
"What you think the hardest song on that tape is?"
Hold on, can he finish the story?
Oh, my fault.
On that tape? Oh, yeah, man. Lifestyle was that one that I felt like out of all the records would be our breakout song. That was gonna really help us sonically. And I was just thinking from all the techniques, I thought sonically that was the one.
So, but was Quan and Thug in the studio when Birdman goes to the club? Like, so
Kevin Gates was there.
Okay.
When he's coming back listening to what I got, yeah, Kevin Gates was there.
Oh, so you already had the record.
We finished. Everybody left and went to the club, but I just listened to the song like 100 times. It was like the song was about me.
Swamp is the inspiration for Lifestyle.
If you listen to the hook, it's like I did a lot.
You did a lot.
I lived this lifestyle. Came straight from the bottom to the top. My lifestyle.
Bro, I really think I got like a difference towards like the most popular song, because the most popular song never my favorite song. What? But you know my favorite joint on there was
what?
My baby mama just put me on child support. The freestyle with Thug and Quan, that was a great record.
They got over 200 songs.
It's crazy, but we're not gonna.
Somebody leaked 100 of them.
I was
they still got more. Right?
I wasn't happy, but I was downloading them.
That's one of my prayers. I hope I can get them back.
All right, Swamp. So
yeah,
one of my legendary moments I've witnessed with Swamp Izzo. It's still 19 because 20 the pandemic hit. It's 2019. I just get to V103.
Okay.
It's the summertime. Yes. I get hired in April. It's the summertime.
Talk to me.
Right. We have this festival that we're gonna do called the Tycoon Music Festival.
Yeah.
Okay. 50 Cent, Kendrick Lamar, Chris Brown, T.I., Fabulous,
OT Genesis,
OT Genesis, Dave East.
Yes.
Who else was Black Youngster.
Yeah.
So
Long live Lil Keed.
Long live Lil Keed.
I snuck Lil Keed on stage. I want to just say this. Rest in peace. He had to be at the other station.
Right.
So he couldn't perform no way.
Yeah.
I snuck him on stage. He performed live.
Yeah.
The hit record.
Yeah.
The hit record he performed live.
Yeah.
And that's hard.
He
R.I.P.
did.
Keed, man.
So Swamp. So it's so it starts raining, right?
Yes.
And then it stops. So I get there late. I get there right when Fab pulls up, right? So I see Fab, you know what I'm saying? He do his set. I see T.I., he do his set. And all of a sudden, they say it's movie time.
Yes.
Swamp Izzo gets on the stage, right? He's got his Atlanta Braves jersey on.
Big
right.
statement.
Big statement.
Big statement.
He hat to the back.
Yeah.
He dropped Swag Surfing.
Yes.
Tarzan.
Of course, everybody's favorite. Has the crowd rocking. And then he says this line.
Oh, my God.
He says this line that I feel like, I'm like, okay, I rock with it, but it seems to get Swamp in trouble. I'm not going to say the line because I don't want any other
I got
backlash.
two favorite lines, right? And I've been doing this since I've been on tour. And the world is changing.
Mm-hmm.
And people are, I don't want to say sensitive, but you have to watch what you say.
Right.
You have to watch what you say.
Yeah.
You have to watch what you say.
Right.
I've been told.
So I see why comedians get the backlash they get.
Yeah.
So I had this line that was kind of funny, and if you understood it, you understood it. I won't say it.
Right. Because we don't want no problem.
I don't want no smoke with the big guys.
With the big guys.
Shout out to the big guys. I did not mean it. I've just been saying it for a long time.
But let's talk about that, right? It's like you're a DJ and your job is to get a reaction out of the crowd.
That's the biggest part of DJing.
You know
That's the biggest rush.
And so you have lines that, again, 10 years ago, no problems, no issues, whatever like that. And now it seems like there's problems. How do you adjust, or how has it been for you, adjusting to the new sound, the new way of people's thought process when you're trying to DJ and still put on a good show?
I honestly, I don't do that anymore because you don't know what you don't know what you can say.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense, and that's scary, so I just stick to the strip. So put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Like
if you feel good, just put your hands up.
Right.
Simple.
Right.
Because that could you don't.
Right. If you got $50 in
No. Because
can't
that's
even call out the
problem.
money.
Nah, that's an issue.
Man.
So if you feel good,
if
it's your birthday,
it's your birthday. Yep. You can't go wrong with your birthday.
You can't say sexy ladies in here?
No.
Oh, okay.
Man. Tough on the DJ.
Sexy creatures make some noise.
Woo! Yeah, because somebody can say, I'm not sexy.
So they complaining in the club though? Like, they walking to like the manager?
No, in the club is cool, but it's still, you have to be careful what you say.
One video and it's a wrap. Really?
One wrong video.
And it's
catch half of what you said.
Right. All right. So what has been your favorite venue to play so far in your career? What's been your favorite like the highlight reel? Like, this is when I knew I made it. Like, here.
I did BT 10 times, 106 7 times. I don't know. I think I still get a rush going to the Blue Flame every night. I don't practice the DJ, so what you see is what you get every night.
Yeah.
So I don't try to DJ because I be there so much, it could be a routine, so I don't think about it. So I won't be like the same DJ when you come tomorrow.
Facts. News and Talk 1380 WAOK, voice in the streets unfiltered. If you're just tapping in, we're talking to legendary DJ Swamp Izzo.
Yes.
Movie Time, Blue Flame Vet. I mean, internationally known on the microphone, all that good jazz. Responsible for half the music that you enjoy right now is because of Swamp Izzo. So, Swamp, what's a day in the life of Swamp Izzo now? Like, what are you into? What are things that we need to be tapping into right now? Like, what you got your pulse on?
I'm still heavy, man, in the music. I'm older now. I got an 8-year-old daughter, and she's 28. Imagine that lifestyle. So I get up in the morning, I got a 28-year-old talking to me.
Yeah.
So I have to get her ready, prepared for the world, and then I get out here and do my music. But I'm doing music every day. I'm working on I got like 4 or 5 female artists. I'm trying to tap into it.
Yeah.
They from the city?
Yeah, they're from the city. Big Maddie, Mad, Skittles.
Okay.
You gotta get them
Lala,
up here.
Big K. You know what I mean? I got a whole squad of female artists. I'm definitely putting my brain behind, and of course the album is on the way.
A Swamp Izzo album?
Yeah, of course. I'm Cash Money Universal.
It's time.
I gotta drop a bomb. Hold up.
It's time. Drop the bomb.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Tell him about
the first single is out right now. 3 Cell Phones featuring Young Scooter. Real life.
There you go.
He has 3 cell phones.
And he has 3. It's real.
Featuring Young Scooter. Yes.
He has 3 cell phones.
Yes.
And you said Scooter.
Yeah, I'm sorry. 3 Cell Phones featuring Future.
Yeah.
Is out right now.
Yeah.
On platform everywhere on the earth.
Yeah. All right, so Swamp, real quick, how has fatherhood
NBA's
changed?
next.
How's fatherhood changed?
That's
NBA
hard.
Young Boys next.
It's gonna be hard.
I'm gonna stop you. Swamp Izzo, NBA Young Boys next.
It's gonna be hard.
Let me give you a world premiere right now.
We're gonna have to drop this. We're gonna have to put this out.
Swamp Izzo, Playboi Carti album is done.
Oh.
I'm gonna give that to world premiere. Swamp Izzo and Playboi Carti's album is done.
Oh. It's
One more time. Swamp Izzo
Drop another
and
bomb.
Playboi Carti's album is done.
Jordan, you dropping?
You heard it here first.
So we're gonna do some Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. We're gonna do one of those.
Yeah.
It's
Facts.
gonna be hard.
Facts.
Yeah,
facts.
not a mixtape.
An album.
It's done.
Facts.
Bomb.
Facts. All right, so Swamp, again, you're a father now, and
Yes.
stuff like that. How has fatherhood changed you, affected you, music-wise, all that?
I'm learning every day, and that's my first go-to person. Her name is Jossie, so she's my go-to person. She's my my CEO. So when I'm playing music, she says, "I don't know about that, Dad. I don't know about that. I can't do my, she's a TikTok fanatic.
Yeah.
So if she can't do the dance to it, I kind of like tell the artist like, it's kind of like if that's what you're shooting for, I got somebody who I can really experiment with.
Yeah, she's your A&R.
She's definitely my A&R right
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's dope. That's dope. Super dope. All right, so we got the Carti album dropping.
Yes.
The Swamp.
No date yet. No date on the Carti album yet.
Summer.
Summer.
Okay.
Summer.
So is this like the album that's you have a Carti album and you have your own album?
No, me and him actually has an album
Okay, cool.
from his label and my label.
All right, bet. That's dope. That's
It's
super
done.
dope. All right, so
It's done.
what else?
The album is done with me and
it's done.
Keep putting
Wait,
that out there.
hold on because we got one more break before we get up out of here. I know we finna go to break.
Yes.
So you can think about this and answer it when we come back.
Okay.
All right. I need your top 5 the last decade in Atlanta.
Albums, artists, or what?
Artists. Your top 5 artists the last 10 years not the last 10 years. Maybe I'll go 13 because it's 2023. So from 2010 to now. Top 5 artists.
Drake, Thug, Wayne,
In the city.
Kodak.
No.
Oh.
Just in the city.
He
Just in the
said-
city.
In the city?
Just in the city.
That's easy. Thug, Baby, Future, 21.
5. What's 5? Who's 5?
It's only
I'm
one
missing
answer.
somebody.
Drake,
Schoolie.
21, Future.
If
Thug.
Schoolie doesn't exist, all of these kids weren't singing.
Schoolie, I had a conversation. Schoolboy is definitely.
Schoolboy is an Atlanta
School,
legend.
call me School. Schoolie, I think it's time. Call me. Let's do that.
Yo, do that. I mean, Schoolboy, one of the biggest pioneers
I
in
agree.
Atlanta rap.
I agree.
14 years old, 13 years old. Everybody in the city wanted
I
to be
agree.
like this kid. Everybody was wearing their headphones like Schoolboy.
I agree.
Everybody bent their hat up like Schoolboy. I seen
agree.
it happen. Everybody got the rat tail like Schoolboy.
I agree.
I seen it happen. Y'all are liars and weirdos for not giving him his love.
Schoolie, holla at me for real. Let's get something in.
What would you say to
Young Swamp.
Yeah, I was gonna go there. Yeah, good
Young
job.
Swamp.
Good-
What you gonna say to Young
What would you
Swamp?
say to Young Swamp being in the game for so long? I want to talk to Swamp when you are in New York, Swamp.
I loved that life. I loved every day of that life. The young Swamp I would talk to was sleeping behind Popeyes. I thought to myself, I was told that you needed a big sacrifice. Like you needed to sacrifice. My whole reason was back there was I needed to sacrifice, to do the ultimate sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
I could have called home and got somebody to send me some money and change my life, but I'd rather eat out of the trash can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought you had to, and that was the truth.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened.
I feel that.
I did that, and my life changed.
Mm.
So you have to make a sacrifice. That's proven.
Did you think that because that's what your heroes did?
I was just always eavesdropping on people's conversations, and I just listened to people who always said that who was successful.
Mm-hmm.
You have to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice. So I didn't know what to sacrifice. I was like, I'm going to sacrifice my comfort.
When I first had started doing like comedy and stuff like that, and I would like First, I had to look up like a dude basically saying you're gonna suck at first. Everybody sucks at first, so just know you're gonna suck at first. So then you get over that hurdle. But then the next hurdle was like going through every successful comedian, right, and like trying to look up their story, like what was this like at first after you stopped being an open micer, like before you got your break. And it was basically the same story every time. Dead broke, living in my car, living at my mama's house. I think Eddie Griffin and Tiffany Haddish said they were eating ketchup instead of like buying food. They were just sucking the ketchup packets. Steve Harvey said he was finna go home and give up before he got called to the Apollo in the 90s or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like everybody had to sacrifice first. And I used to meet girls and be like, yo, when I get out of college, it's probably gonna be tough because I'm prepared to sleep in my car so I can try to tell jokes, see if I can get paid.
I think I don't know, being out there for real, I think people don't realize how much food people really throw away.
It's not as nasty as you would think. But people do throw.
It's one thing you would never just imagine if you had to do it. But people throw away more good food than nasty food. Anyway, so if they was eating ketchup packets, I don't know why, because
they was just maybe they was
free food right there in the garbage.
When they was saying it, I was just like, yo, they on the road, comedians driving city to city. It's probably easier to just, I would guess, keep the ketchup packets after you buy something instead of buying food is what I was thinking.
No, when you get to that level and you really out here in this world, you'll understand that mostly all the hotels got free breakfast.
Yeah.
Or you just figure it out. Nobody's gonna even question it's free. They're not gonna be like, you don't have a room here.
Yeah. So so I usually do a segment at this time called Crowns Up.
Crowns Up, okay.
And usually it's like a motivational time where I pretty much inspire people to, do something great, whatever like that.
Okay.
But I want to hear from you, Swamp. You've been through a lot. You've had over 20 years of success. You know what I'm saying?
3.
Whatever. What is some motivation you would give to a kid who's like wants to DJ and wants to get into music, wants to produce and stuff like that, but they don't know where to start. They don't really know, if their music is good or whatever like that. Like, give them some advice or some free game or something that's going to keep their crown up to help them keep going.
That somebody wants to DJ?
Yeah.
If you want to DJ, I think the first thing is find the dream. Start from the dream first. The mimicking thing is real hard because that's when my bump in the road. It took me so long because I didn't even have a dream. I was just trying to do what somebody else do. And that's going to be hard to do. I found that out. Like, I had to become myself.
Yeah.
That took 20 years. So, because if I just started being myself, the road would have been faster. So I was trying to be you.
Exactly. I know exactly what you mean.
So I'm saying just start from a dream and really try to do what you want to do and how, you can steal little pieces, but you know what I mean? Start from what you want to do, I think.
Earlier you said that like one of the biggest changes for you, like versus another DJ, was that you decided that your dream would become, whatever the artist's dream was your dream too, right?
Yes.
What was that really like for you making that choice? Because I know it's not easy. Even though you a DJ, producer, engineer, whatever people want to try to typecast you are, everybody thinks of themselves as the main character. And it sounds like you made a choice that you were willing to accept. Some people just come together and we could be two side characters to make something beautiful.
Yeah, only bumps I had with that was when the artist stopped rapping, Big Bank Black.
Yeah,
he'll tell you. I was just told DJ, gave everything, went on the road with him, and he just one day we was in Texas and he was like, "I'm not doing this no more." I was like, this is not even me, Swamp. I was like, "What? We got paid. I feel good. We happy. We just killed." He was like, "I'm not me." That's this rapping thing. I don't want to do it no more.
And that goes back to following you.
No reason, no nothing. He just told me it's over.
And you had to respect it. Like
he was a street guy. He wanted to do that, and he got one of the biggest podcasts.
Yeah, I was gonna say now he's reinvented himself again.
It's my guy.
You know what I'm saying? He up here all the time too, promoting the show.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The show. Y'all know what the show is.
Yeah.
But bro,
what is the show?
No. It's the show, man. It's the show.
What show?
Yeah,
I was just messing with you.
But no. It's what I'm saying. I'm real happy you was able to join us, bro. You've been here like an hour and a half.
Man, I love the company. I love the energy, man. Thank you.
No, we very appreciative. We've been interviewing legends.
Facts,
me and Playboi Carti album is done.
Don't worry. The blog. We're gonna make sure everybody know. We're gonna have that out tonight.
I just let you know.
Right. Who album?
Swamp Izzo, Playboi Carti's album is done.
Okay.
Yeah, it's done. Swamp Izzo album, Till the World Is Over. Almost.
Now look, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. We're gonna drop this clip.
Okay.
Now, Jordan, I love you. but I don't like Jordan fans. All the Jordan fans is gonna come for you, bro.
Okay.
They're gonna say, I need a date. They're gonna attack you. I know how this works.
I got a date, but I don't want to put it out yet. I got a date, but I don't want to put it out.
However,
Okay.
the album
It's done.
I was saying.
Swamp, tell the people how they can follow you, how they can
Man, easy, man. On Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everything at Swamp Izzo. If you want to book me, hit my daughter at Yasi. She's booking right. She's handling all my booking stuff,
Right.
man.
That's hard,
I'm
though.
at the Flame, man, Wednesday through Saturday, V103. Of course, I make that movie every weekend with my brother Lil Bankhead, man. Keep in touch.
Bankhead!
Remember, man, if it doesn't start with the dream, what you thinking about? Don't let that go over your head.